side of YouTube, we just simply do things in our own way. What does that mean? Well, you know, coming from the world of advertising, radio, TV, billboard, newspaper, print advertising, traditional, the rules. And even when you go on these social media platforms, it's still business, and there are rules. And I think if you lived through Napster, through LimeWire, through people selling bootleg CDs out there, trunk bootleg DVDs, bootleg VHS, the whole thing about copyright has always been around. Okay, it's always been around if you're a creator. Back in the late '90s, early 2000s, I think one of the best artists around at the time, was it Noriega? He ended up having his whole stuff get completely released before. Bottom line is, when somebody creates something, they should be able to profit from it. But today, with social media and the ability to transfer large amounts of data quickly, people tend to get this confused, thinking that just because you watch it online, that you can do what you want to. And as we've seen in the last 3 days, a lot of stuff's been going
Yes, I
on
did.
the notion of copyright,
I saw
fair use.
at
And
least
I think
20,
if anybody can speak on this,
at least
I
20
think you should.
episodes or 20 different
First and
scenes.
foremost, first of all, let's get it up. Keep the likes up. I'm just gonna say this. Most people who have spoken on this matter aren't YouTube content creators. And I break things into camps. They're full-time content creators who do this 100% of the time, and they make the bulk of their money from this. And there's people who do it part-time, and they still make some money from it. And then there are people who just make content, who just have a channel, and they just do what they want to.
That's me.
And when you make content on YouTube, especially if you're full-time, you have a significant investment in this. You have the cameras and the lighting and the systems and all that other kind of stuff, the plans, the personnel, all these other things. And when you make your own content, you feel some kind of way when you see somebody take your work that they've had to copy because they don't get the original from you and do something with it. But this has been litigated. It doesn't matter what I as a creator or what you as a creator feel. It's down to it. Feelings go out of copyright. There are written rules, there are unwritten rules. The notion of fair use, the fair use doctrine has been litigated. H3H3 went to court and won this. So the bottom line when it comes down to fair use is it has to be transformative. That means, you can take somebody's content, use it, and transform it. And why am I even speaking on this? Because my name has been drawn into this controversy many times over, people citing the fact that when I do something, it seems to be okay. And I think it's important because I don't beef. I'm not coming down on any side of it, but I will say this. There is a lack of knowledge about how YouTube works on this side. And I'm going to say, as content creators continue to mature and develop into doing this full time, to where you actually have crews, staffs, production studios, just like Philip DeFranco, Mr. Beast, and all these other content creators, there are parameters. First, there's the terms of service, which if you have a YouTube channel, you've signed the terms of service. Whether you're a partner, whether you're in a partner program and getting paid or not. That's one thing. That has everything to do with community guidelines and ethical behavior, what YouTube wants on their platform. But when you have fair use is tricky. And if you're going to make reaction style content, response videos, things like that, you just need to know that anytime you take another person's content, you run the risk of copyright infringement. So it's up to you as the content creator to make sure that you're transforming the work enough to satisfy the elements. Now, I'm gonna tell you one of the, and I think anybody can look up and see that over the last year, people are complaining about hundreds, $1,000s. There's a multi-million-dollar business subscribing, responding to me. If you just go put Kevin Samuels out there, you're gonna see TikTok videos, Facebook video, Instagram, this, that, and the only things that I ever have taken exception with. Well, let me be honest about this. This whole notion of people taking your content and talking shit about you. So what? Once you become an influencer, you go into the realm of public figure. And there's a line out there. I don't know where the line is drawn, but there's a line that you don't have the same privacy as private citizens. When you become a public figure, when you turn that button on and decide to make yourself to sit out here, you open yourself up to those potential things. People may not like it, and people can say what they want to a certain degree. Now, there's the whole notion of defamation, slander, libel, that's over here. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to content, people can use your content, but it's up to them to transform it. The only content I've ever had a problem with is when people take my direct content and just upload it whole and mirror it on their channel. Yeah, I'll strike that. I certainly will. And only certain video, like my Instagram stuff, I will make a video on Instagram, and I've seen people actually live streaming my stuff onto their platform, real time. And no, that's unacceptable. Just like you couldn't live stream the Super Bowl, you couldn't live stream something on network TV, but yet people will try it. But for the most part, if you're a content creator, people can do what they want. I've heard this notion about, well, they've lied on me. Come on, man. Who are you talking to? I've had my whole life ripped apart on here. People lied on me. People lie on me to this day. But what are you going to do when but the thing of the matter is, they told you more money, more problems. The larger you get on these platforms, the more you're going to have to be able to deal with it. And I've taken the opinion of, I don't beef because it's counterproductive. It's counterproductive because you can't stop this. But what's going on right now is completely different. There is different from defamation. We're talking about something specifically that comes down to, when you're talking about copyright, that basically means they didn't transform it. They just took your stuff and used it for commercial benefit. What I would say is it's on the content creator who's using the content to be sure that they're transforming it, adding value, doing something different. And it's also on the originator of the content to look to see how much of the content is used. Personally, I've had people ask me to use my content all the time, and most of the times I'm cool. The only time I ever really have a problem is when I look up and I see somebody, and let's say I have a 2-hour stream, and you got an hour and a half video. If you're using 60, 70, 80% of my content in your video, then what are you doing? I think the best analogy I've heard is if you own 51% of stock in any company, you're the majority shareholder. So I've never been a big fan of the reaction style content or response, that kind of stuff, because you have to use other people's content. But to say it's not a viable genre is crazy. Case in point, there's no way in hell my brand would be where it is today without reaction videos. There are entire TikTok platforms that have gotten up to almost 1 million TikTok followers responding to me. And this is when it comes down to the content creator to decide, is it doing more harm than good? Because, like it or not, when you put your content out there, it's out there. And one thing you don't want to ever do is and personally, I've taken the opinion that as long as it's not egregious, this does not like Instagram taking my Tuesday and Thursday videos. And by the way, if you do that, I'm gonna strike them. I'm not gonna send you any nice letters. I'm just gonna strike them because I feel like I let so much stuff go that I can actually that's off platform, and I don't even have time to. What you got to understand is something like that, people. I'm on Instagram doing something different with a different audience. I don't even have time to take my work, move it over to YouTube, and do what I want with my work before somebody takes my stuff and uploads it for their own benefit with their Cash App links and this and that. That's not okay. That's just straight theft. But I think you can look across YouTube and you realize that people have talked crazy stuff about me. Let it go. Doxing, just whatever, just let it go. Because in order to be in this business, you have to kind of pick your battles. That's my stance on it. And it does, and it doesn't make any sense to try to get the audience to understand where content creators are coming from. Don't nobody want to hear all that. People want to see the content. So what I want to do is I want to answer any questions that you guys may have from the audience. Any questions as content creators you may have about copyright, because this is stuff that you really don't get a chance to talk about on YouTube a lot. There are a lot of people who want to start channels. They don't understand the platform. They've never read the terms of service. They don't understand. They don't even understand the algorithm. Don't even understand the dashboard, because we're in a space right now to where right, wrong, or indifferent. 5 years ago, you used to have to make a video, upload it to YouTube, and then wait for the response. Now we're in a system to where YouTube, you can just click a button and start talking live. And if you can patchwork together an audience, you can just live stream and skip 1,000 steps and all the stuff that people who have been around YouTube for 5+ years have had to know. So if you came into YouTube after Google Hangouts, and if the primary of your videos is live streaming, I don't mean that your pre-recorded videos are snippets of your live streams. I mean, if what you're doing is primarily live streaming, then there's a lot about the platform you likely don't know. And what you don't know as a creator can come back to haunt you, because it doesn't matter what you do or don't know. So this is a little bit different of a stream. So here's just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna open up the Zoom line, because guys, it's Saturday night. I'm getting ready to go out of town. And I will say this, that I've had my share of criticism. I've had more than my share of criticism. But I look at it, my personal standpoint is, if you're going to run for political office, you're going to put yourself before the public, you got to take it. Every person who's run for president has been mocked. Everybody who's run for anything gets mocked. And the thing is, if you don't want to get mocked, then do it. But you can't get up to it. Place of authority, because like I said, most of the stuff I've heard people talking, It's just babble talking to babble. Y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. I've seen things in the comment section, and I'm like, I know this ecosystem we have over here. The ecosystem we have over here it doesn't work like a lot of other ecosystems in YouTube where people understand the platforms and the algorithms and the analytics and the velocity rates and this, that, da, 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 and then how this pattern, and then how this relates to Instagram and how Instagram relates to TikTok and how all of them relate to Meta and how it relates to Twitter. Most people just do this. And I'm going to caution every content creator, if all you're doing is making content, content creators who have substantial platforms who say, I don't know this, I don't know that, I just do this, I just do that. Okay. But just like anything else, who knows who's the next person to go viral and exponential? It can happen like that. And I would suggest you learn. So this is going to be a little bit different.
Recording in progress.
I'm going to say right this, you can ask me questions you want to ask. Don't try to drag me into anybody's beef. If I'm not going to beef for myself, I'm not going to beef on it. I'm trying to keep this down the middle as far as copyright and the platform. And here's the thing. There are, there are unwritten rules in YouTube. To this day, O'Shea Duke Jackson asked me, hey, would you mind if I respond to this or that? And, unwritten rules are just like you give a courtesy heads up. Hey, I'm going to respond to this. You ask the people who you're familiar with. And like, I've reached out to people who you ask and then it's pretty much carte blanche, but you still give a little heads up. If there's going to be something that may be, potentially negative, it's kind of a professional courtesy. Hey, I'm going to respond to something. You may not like it, but I just thought I'd let you know. That's just creative professionalism. Me personally, if you're going to respond to my content, I want you to use as little as possible. If I have a 2-hour live stream, I don't want to see an hour and a half of my live stream on your show. Then it's my show. And you got to understand that there are people who will because sometimes my shows are late. There was situations where people were taking pieces of the show and uploading it into their prime time, and people feel like they can just watch it over there. You got to understand that people want to grow their platforms as quickly as possible. Understand that. But you also have to understand that you're still dealing with somebody's hard-earned work. And it's one thing when you're a young, hungry creator on one side, you feel like it's all fair and they won't miss it. But then when you're on this side, it's like, oh, I don't want them doing something. So, yeah, I'm not talking to you. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
I'm muting a lot of the sound whenever there's music. So work with me.
Where are we going? No, they said that they just finished filming. I guess the show has to oh my god. Oh my god, are you guys? Whether or not you are compatible I didn't know what are you doing?
They said we coming at the same time.
Yeah. Wait, also, it ends at 12:30, doesn't it? Like the show? So, like, why would you...
12:30.
No, but like the show ends right away. Yeah, you don't out right away. Famous people here.
Oh meu Deus, eu passando aqui de novo. Ai, vamos.
What would Kevin Samuels say is all I have to say. So this line is basically when the SNL staff leave, what they need is the crowds outside to greet the guests that were there tonight, or even just some of the other staff. So people ran from one side of the block to the other because I guess they were told that there was an artist that was going to be coming out this side. So I guess usually what will happen is the car will pull up here and then they'll get the walkie-talkie call. And this guy here, he's the one who had everybody walk around the corner.
Right back over here. You guys got to move to the side real quick, please. Thank you. Move to the side. Thank you, sir. All right, come on.
Yeah, it's like just it's just about moving the people around as if they're part of something. Look at this guy, left the house like this.
I just.
Yeah, so now more people are standing around, and it's a constant back and forth. Well, we're just gonna keep walking. We have.
Is this for real or are y'all just
How many minutes? Where do you want to go? Take your time,
Sorry.
Pero normal, no así no. He left it too.
You got any AAA?
Yeah. What kind do you want?
Which
for
one
triple?
is AAA?
This is triple deep sea. I got some money.
Green. You got the green one?
Green one? Yeah, I have green.
How much?
I'll show you.
How much?
180. Triple. You see?
I know, I see. It looks good. I'm surprised you have such a good one. It looks good. But you know, I'm from New York. I'm just, you know, I'm not traveling. I'm not a tourist.
Yeah, I know. You needed something good. Anyway,
I'm impressed.
see the cheaper one?
No. I don't even want to look over there. I know how that goes. Let me think about it.
How much you want?
Maybe 100, 115.
I'll give you 150. 150.
No. Let me think about it. Let me think about it. No. 120. No. Let me think about it.
200. I'm there.
I gotta look at it though.
Okay,
One more
look at
time.
it.
Open it for me. You know why? Because I don't want you to switch it on me.
No, I don't.
And then you think I don't recognize you because you know.
No.
I think you look like everybody else. I don't want you to think that.
You know the price.
I know the price. This is my town. I know the price.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good.
What else do you have in your bags that you don't have outside?
What bag you want?
Belts. You have other belts that you don't have over here?
That?
Belts.
I don't have that.
Over here you have belts.
My sister have that. Go over there.
What?
My sister have that.
Peace and blessings.
Huh?
Peace.
Thanks.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, titties. Sorry. Come on, girls. No, come here. Wait. Where is the restaurant? Oh, we should. You're what? What? Come on.
Those feet are gonna be hurting. How you doing, man?
Great change. I'm talking.
Not today. Okay. He's a superstar. I see him.
They put it in the skin. No, pero son dulces, dulces.
I know. A ver, tío. ¿Por qué tienes roja la cara, no? ¿Por qué tienes roja la cara?
That's what you did the most. I'm not that drunk. I know.
You do full body?
Yeah.
Okay.
For 1 hour?
Yes.
Okay, $80 please.
Okay. know? I'm gonna get a massage. I love you.